Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Danny Garcia versus Brandon Rios. It looks like it may come to Las Vegas February 17th. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chat channel donations, Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We are working. Now, I want to talk about this. Now, this is not really news to me. If you guys follow the channel for any length of time, at least 2 months ago, I did a video about an ego rumor mill, and I told you it looked like this would be Danny Garcia's next foe, and that's none other than Bam Bam Brandon Rios. Now, it looks like more information is coming about. They're slating it for February 17th. No venue is official, but they're looking at probably like an MGM property. That's where PBC does most of them. I went to, in January of this year, Leo Santa Cruz, Carl Frampton 2, and Mikey Garcia was on the undercard with Deion's Latitianen. That was at the MGM, but I mean, it's MGM property, so it'll be somewhere. Not set in stone, still in the ego rumor mill stage, but they're also talking about, and this is how I know, like, the talks are more advanced because they've already revealed a co-main event or whatever that they want to put on the undercard, and that's David Benavidez versus Ron Gavril Part 2. So I want to just talk about the card if it does come off, as the rumor has been floating around for a minute. I actually don't have a problem with it. I know a lot. See, listen, I'm a realistic boxing fan, and a lot of people just give Danny Garcia a lot of shit. I mean, to this day, it's about to be 2018. I'm still hearing about Rod Salka. You guys realize when Danny Garcia fought Rod Salka, he was with Golden Boy. He was with Al Heyman, but Golden Boy was still putting on the Al Heyman shows. Since that time, Al Heyman's been sued by Golden Boy. Golden Boy got the case dismissed, and we haven't seen Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy work with Al Heyman in quite some time. But like I said, people still talking about the Rod Salka show with Danny Garcia. This just goes to show you how long it's been. As far as the matchup, Danny Garcia would probably be the favorite, but this is the thing. Brandon Rios definitely has heart. You know what I mean? Rigondeaux, he just quit versus Lomachenko. Brandon Rios, I mean, the closest I guess you could say would be the Tim Bradley shot, but I mean, he got hit to the body and he looked kind of out of shape in that fight. So to me, Brandon Rios has never really lacked heart. That's never been his deal. Did he lack the skill set to beat Pacquiao? Okay, sure. You know what I mean? Did he have some close affairs? Like, I thought he was losing the Diego Chavez fight, and they disqualified Diego Chavez, so that was kind of funky. Diego Chavez, in case you guys don't know, just got knocked out yesterday too. So to me, Brandon Rios is a guy, you know, he's easy. It's just like John Molina was on that PBC card last night versus Ivan Redkach. Fighters like that, you know what they come to do. Brandon Rios, he is not missed. He talks a little bit shit, especially if provoked, and you know he comes to scrap. You know he's not gonna have this Pernell Whitaker defense, and you have to know those things. So I think it could be a good fight because, like I said, you know Brandon Rios' MO. I don't know how he matches up height-wise and stuff. I haven't really looked at the particulars, but Danny Garcia is really new, fairly new to the welterweight division, and like, he just lost to Keith Thurman in March, and he hasn't had a fight since. So by the time this goes down, it'll be like 11 months, nearly a year since his last fight. For whatever reason, maybe he wanted some time off after tasting his first defeat, spend time with his family. I don't know, but the fact of the matter is, if it comes off on February 17th, it'll be like an 11-month layoff since he's fought. So I mean, you definitely don't want to go in with Sean Porter, a person like that who's already athletic, already training at high altitudes, and been more active than you. I just went to Porter's last fight. That was in November against Adrian Granados. Plus, Porter got injured in that fight. But I'm just saying, you guys get what I'm saying. So this is kind of a rightful type of fight. A fight where Danny Garcia, like I said, he should be favored to win, but we'll see, because if it comes to a battle of wills or something, it could get interesting. And to me, I think, like, if you really look at I think I give Danny Garcia credit because I think the totality of his resume is solid. It's very solid. If you look at guys 30 or under, Danny Garcia has one of the best welterweight, not at welterweight, but as he is a welterweight right now, he has one of the best. He has one of the best resumes out of all those guys. Unless I'm not talking about like Pacquiao or Mayweather or someone who's been in the game forever, Tim Bradley, and all those guys retired except for Pacquiao. So I'm talking about the bit younger class. Danny Garcia has been in there with Zab Judah, Lucas Matisse, Amir Khan, right? Eric Morales twice. So he has Lamont Peterson, Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? He has a very stand-up resume. A lot of people sleep on that. Nate Campbell, right? Kendall Holt, I think. Yeah, Ashley Theophane. So, you know what I mean? He's been in there. He's been around the block with big names. So, to me, a lot of people just give him extra flack. But looking at his welterweight career, the jury's still out. We still have, at least me, I still have some questions about it. Obviously, I think he has enough power where you don't want to get sloppy in there with him. But does he have the same level of power, and is he hurting guys the same as when he was at 140? So far, it hasn't looked like that. You know what I mean? And he actually, in my opinion, doesn't really have a signature welterweight win. I mean, he beat Robert Guerrero after Floyd, after Keith Thurman, after, in my opinion, Aaron Martinez beat him. So, I mean, that was probably his best win. Paulie Malignaggi was, in my eyes, past it. Samuel Vargas, Errol Spence had already knocked him out. So, to me, this is kind of on par with what Danny Garcia needs to reestablish himself. On top of the long layoff, is the bottom line is, even though he fought Keith Thurman, he doesn't really have a massive welterweight victory to me. You know what I mean? Where a guy had a lot of momentum, was a champion, or, like, you know what I'm saying, was just kicking ass and taking names. So to me, this makes sense. If you want to compare it to Danny Garcia versus Sean Porter, of course not. I mean, obviously, I would rather see Danny Garcia versus Sean Porter, but to me, that would, in my honest opinion, stylistically and everything, that would be worse for Danny Garcia to take an 11-month layoff and fight a person like Sean Porter. Not saying he has no shot versus Sean Porter, but Sean Porter's been more active. He's super rugged, and you already took a loss. So that back-to-back loss shit is kind of like taboo in boxing. Nobody's trying to take back-to-back L's. You never know if the person will, you know what I mean, be the same after that. When they take 2 back-to-back losses, you're like, damn. You know what I mean? So I think Danny Garcia kind of needs to figure some things out. And Brandon Rios has a style that's just entertaining. And a guy like Brandon Rios, you have more leeway because he's not the most defensive guy than you would versus Sean Porter, or if you got in there with Errol Spence, or if you rematch Lamont Peterson, who arguably beat you, or you rematch Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? All those fights would be better fights, but they would be more do or die fights. Meaning, if he loses, then his stock is gonna plummet. You know what I mean? Go down tremendously. So I think it's fair. But if he is successful versus Brandon Rios, if he does look good in this comeback fight and he beats Brandon Rios, then I want to see him definitely step up to like a Porter, Errol Spence, rematch Thurman, something like that. And like I said, a lot of people give PBC flack, but this is a solid card. This is a solid card. David Benavidez, Benavidez-Gavril too. If you watched the first fight at the Hard Rock, that was a war, and it was a bit controversial. So I think, in my opinion, it's a rematch that needs to happen, right? Definitely needs to happen. Clear the air, show who won convincingly or who can make the adjustments. And I like Danny Garcia not fighting at the Barclays for once. You know what I mean? Because a lot of his fights have been, like, he fought at home versus Samuel Vargas. A lot of his fights have been at the Barclays. So switch it up a little bit. Give Brandon Rios that kind of West Coast advantage because he's from LA area. So I'm not really mad at this fight. I think it's realistic for where all the fighters are in their career. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.